Making sure that everyone who works for Experian has a safe working environment is a vital issue for the company. Now we know that health and safety legislation, regulations and practices can vary widely from country to country. And that's why we have local health and safety coordinators, just like you, at each of our sites to make sure that we achieve the highest standards everywhere. At Experian, we recognise the importance of accurate data. We need this to do our job, and health and safety is no different. Only by regular reporting by you of all accidents and near misses can we continually improve the company's health and safety best practices and safe working methods in every site. To do this, you should use Revo, the company-wide online health and safety management system, and your HR absence recording system, such as Oracle. These are the easiest and fastest methods of reporting. That means that the Experian Group Health and Safety Department can respond quickly to ensure the company meets its duty of care to all its employees, at all of our sites, no matter where in the world they are. So let's take a look at some of the most frequent causes of accidents and illnesses in our workplaces, and how we can all work together to help prevent them occurring. A hazard is something that has the potential to cause harm. Have a look around your offices and look for hazards and record your findings. We'll be discussing hazards within the video. See if you can identify any in your offices. In an office environment, slips, trips and falls are amongst the most common of all workplace accidents and may be caused by negligence or lack of attention. However, they can also easily be avoided. For instance, if anyone causes or sees a spill, wet or dry, no matter how small, they should clean it up themselves or arrange for this to be done. If anyone spots a trailing cable over a walkway, they should remove it. Or, if this is not possible, make sure that it's covered or secured. If cables are a problem, it should be considered whether or not the office equipment could be rearranged to remove the trip hazard. If you encounter poor lighting conditions, these must be reported to your landlord or building manager. If an accident happens, report it to meet your local requirements, then enter it into Revo to report to the Group Health and Safety Department. Manual handling injuries cause more lost work days than almost any other hazard. So making sure that everyone lifts and carries things correctly is essential. There is no completely safe manual handling task, but the risk can be minimized for every lift or move. More information and guidance on manual handling is available from Group Health and Safety. If an accident happens, report it to meet your local requirements, then enter it into Revo to report to the Group Health and Safety Department. Fire safety is paramount to protect yourself and all others, and also the emergency services when they attend. It is recommended that you have a fire warden in every office. You may need more than one. A fire warden's role is to guide employees to their nearest fire exit. Check that the area that you are responsible for is clear and free of employees. Ensure employees gather at the correct assembly points and report to the building manager or main contact that the employees are out of the designated area, or that you have employees still in the building. It is vital that everyone familiarises themselves with the fire safety and evacuation procedures, and that firefighting equipment is in place and maintained. Employees should also be informed on how to raise the alarm in the event of a fire, the location of alarm call points and exits, and where any firefighting equipment is located in the office. You can show this during an employee's induction. All fire exit routes must be kept clear at all times. Fire exits must be unlocked during hours of occupancy and fire doors kept closed. Fire wardens can help with this. If you cause or spot a fire, act swiftly. Don't panic. Raise the alarm. Alert others. Evacuate the area and go immediately to your fire assembly point. Don't take unnecessary risks. Fire drill training should also be conducted. Take a full part in it. It could save lives. One of them could be yours. It is essential that contractors working on site have been approved by the business. They must be competent to be able to do their job and be able to do it in a safe manner. Don't be afraid to ask questions if you see some work being conducted on your site, and get your team to do the same. Working at any level of height requires constant awareness of the risk of falling, and preparation and precautions for the use of step ladders or footstools in your offices is essential to prevent injury. Everyone should avoid working at height wherever practical, but if using ladders and footstools, they should always be inspected to ensure that they are in sound condition and appropriate for use. Before use, they must be positioned on a firm, level surface and be secure. More guidance can be obtained from Group Health and Safety. If an accident happens, report it to meet your local requirements, then enter it into Revo to report to the Group Health and Safety Department. Anyone can cause themselves injury and unnecessary health problems by not following correct procedures to ensure that personal workspaces are set up correctly. It is particularly important to use the correct equipment and furniture, and to adopt good posture and to change positions regularly, to adjust your chair for the best seating position, to set up the keyboard height and position, to adjust the display screen and the rest of your worktop layout so that you are comfortable and not causing any unnecessary points of strain. When employees travel to and from and during work, accidents can happen, and they must be reported within Revo, even if attendance is not affected. Employees should take care to plan their commuting and travel route to be safe. They must ensure that they allow sufficient time for travelling, to take rest breaks, to let people know where they are going and update the office on their whereabouts. Employees should use a suitably maintained, authorised vehicle. More guidance is available on this from Group Health and Safety. Provide all emergency numbers and other safety information to anyone travelling on work purposes to ensure that they know who to contact in the event of an emergency. There is a 24-hour Experian helpline available to all staff members. This can be used for concerns and information about travel, as well as assistance in an emergency. The telephone number outside of the United States, 001443 221 4304. Inside the United States, 1866 349 1147. If an accident happens, report it to meet your local requirements. Then enter it into Revo to report to the Group Health and Safety Department. It is best practice to have a trained first aider in your office to deal with minor injuries that occur. Sometimes your landlord or office security may have a first aider that you can use. Check to see if they have this service available. Make sure that you display a sign within your office showing who your trained first aider is, even if this is the landlord. For more serious treatment, the first aider may call for an ambulance or refer the injured employee to the local medical centre. If an accident happens, report it to meet your local requirements. Then enter it into Revo to report to the Group Health and Safety Department. You must conduct a risk assessment within your office environment and to cover all tasks that employees will be undertaking. Risk assessments identify hazards in the workplace, and you must look at the likelihood of that hazard causing harm. We've just looked at a few possible hazards in the workplace. These risk assessments are to be completed in Revo, and more guidance is available through Group Health and Safety. New and expectant mothers require a slightly different risk assessment and perhaps adjustment in working conditions, and the employer, the company, needs to be properly informed so as to offer the appropriate risk assessment and support. Remember that it is the employee's responsibility to inform the employer of pregnancy or breastfeeding as early as possible and in writing to facilitate this. Guidance can be obtained from Group Health and Safety and your local HR department. As we said at the outset, your accident reporting and recording is essential to the company and its employees worldwide, so that a proper record is made and the cause and effects investigated and remedial actions taken where necessary to prevent reoccurrence. All accidents, no matter how small, where injury or damage occurs, no matter how slight, must be reported. And this means near misses too, where serious injury or damage might have been caused but wasn't. Remember, if an accident happens, report it to meet your local requirements in the normal manner. Then enter it in our system using Revo or your local HR reporting system, such as Oracle. Your information is important and absolutely vital to us so that we can see what's happening around the world at all of our sites. This video has shown you the hazards you need to identify and where to record an accident or incident and risk assessment. So remember, report accidents locally as usual and then report it to Group Health and Safety. It really is as simple as that. Thank you.